Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome over here to the Dascar Valvoline Dirt Ring Series season number 4 2017 here on Ziggo Sports. We are here for the fourth race of the season, and after some pretty good races at Utica Rome, Grullesnat and Oswego Speedway, we are now for the first time ever at Cedarburg Speedway. And where is that racetrack? I don't know. Oh, Wisconsin apparently. Okay, cool. So it's a 1/3 mile clay oval. Pretty cool. It's all real racetrack, so it does exist somewhere in Wisconsin. So happy to be here for the first time. We'll see if this will hopefully be a great race. Looking back at the previous race at Oswego, it was a pretty decent race. Also had 4 cautions, pretty much just like the race before that, and 2 races before that. So eventually it was Henrietta Fitzwater who came up front with a victory after, well, still a very great battle between her and, for instance, Scott Roush, and there were a couple of other great drivers that did great there. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, if we can get one of those great races once again here at Cedarburg. Now this will be the last race I will do before I go on vacation. I said initially that I also want to do another Martini Endurance Series race or Phillips Cup Series race, but fortunately I didn't really have enough time for that, so that's not going to work out, unfortunately, so apologies for that. Also, a little bit of the problem was that, well, the race that in the Martini Endurance Series, there are 2 races that are combined, so I don't want to have them like with the 2 weeks in between upload. And pretty much the same thing is also for the Phillips Cup Series with the sprint race and the main race of Motegi. So those races will all be after my vacation, just like the conclusion of, well, the Martini Endurance Series and the conclusion of the Valvoline Dirt Ring Series. So 3 more races to go after this, and 3 more races to go in the Martini Endurance Series. So going to try to put them out between somewhere 2 or 3 weeks, so that will be I'll be able to do that. So wildcard, luckily somebody picked the wildcard car, and that somebody is over here Dexter Black, and Dexter Black is driving the 87 car, and he is part of Daniel Bouchard's team. So funny thing is, well, they're both starting pretty far in the back, but Dexter Black is starting in front of Daniel Bouchard. So we'll see what Dexter Black can do in the number 87 car. First time here over in the Valvoline Dirt Ring Series or any of my series. So it's great to have second entry from Daniel Bouchard. Dexter Black in the number 87 car. So well, that also leaves us still with the question of how we're going to do it for with the wildcard car for the next race as well. For the Martini Endurance Series, I had already decided to, well, say like everybody is allowed to have a driver in the Martini Endurance Series or in the wildcard car, even drivers that have already 2 drivers in the series. And I'm also going to apply that in this series, so in the Valvoline Dirt Ring Series. So everybody is allowed to sign up a wildcard or a driver for the wildcard. Even if you have 2 drivers in the series already, if you have 1 driver in, you can do it. If you have no drivers in, you can do it. The rule still will apply that it's only 1 driver for 1 race, or so for 1 driver per user for only 1 race. And it's first come, first serve. So if somebody already picked it, you cannot take it for the race after that. So hopefully, well, it's starting to get a little bit more popular now. Hopefully it will continue like this. In the Martini Endurance Series, also somebody has already picked a driver in the wildcard driver or driver in the wildcard car for the race at Isle of Man. So it's cool. Hopefully it's going to work out and we can fill this car for the rest of the season. So standings, currently we got John Cittadino in a 9 points lead with 9 points over second place Daniel Bouchard. So, well, that's also a big disappointment. He has to start in the back. Then we got Scott Roush in the number 7 car, 13 points, 14 points behind John Cittadino. Then we got Julius Anderson 1 point behind that in 4th. Sebastian Torres a little bit further back, 22 points behind points leader in 5th. 6th we got Prunes Littlejohn, and in 7th we got Seth Cole and Joshua Hyatt, and Henrietta Fitzwater, and Ray Takada, and Max Claudel. All tied with 87 points, which is 27 points behind the points leader. So, yeah, 27 points. So, well, many drivers tied over there, so it's very close. The top top four is a little bit further away from the rest of the field. So we'll see after this race. Everything could be different again. So we're going to start this race over at Cedarburg, and we're going to see how this will play out. It's the shortest race in miles for of this series. The full race will last 20 or 200 miles, so this race will only be 20 miles, 60 laps though. So it is quite a lot of laps. So. First time ever here at Cedarburg. We'll see how this race will play out. It is TJ Henley in the 08 car who's on the pole with the 12 car of Tord Larsen on his outside. The green flag is out here at Cedarburg. Oh, and we already see some drivers getting together, and it's 4 wide for second place. Look at this. Whoa, boy, how are you going to pull that off? Oh, not, because we got cars going around everywhere. Caution is out already after 1 lap. We got Julius Anderson in the wall. We got over here, who's this? The 10 car of Sebastian Torres in big trouble. And we got somebody else, the 47 car of Richard Johnson, already on pit road as well. So now everybody has to wait for the pace car, because the pace car is so damn slow. But my goodness, that was quite a chaotic first lap. We already saw 2 drivers making a 4 wide in turn number 1. I think, yeah, we don't have really good camera angle. That's also a big disadvantage of this track. But I think those drivers were the 29 of Max Anderson and the 5 of Alexander Rowe, the 2 teammates, who made it 4 wide already very early. So, well, we're gonna see what will happen over here on lap number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, it's caution number 1 here at Cedarburg. So it started off already very early in a very weird incident. There you see indeed the 5 car of Alexander Rowe and 29 of Max Anderson, 2 teammates, making it 4 wide in turn number 1. Now these guys also made contact, the 57 that is of James Shelley and the 47 of Richard Johnson, and for some reason they end up inside those truck or tires, whatever tires those are. But it's very weird what happened then. Because they were running all the way on the inside, sort of like through the grass, almost hit that pile of tires. Then they continued pretty much to push on each other and made contact going into turn number 3 and 4. And eventually, well, everything went wrong. Oh, there indeed. Richard Johnson hit those tires, then he hit the 10 and the 99 car, and all 3 went spinning around. 75 car Samit Oskan also involved. Ooh, almost pushing the 47 car on his roof. And a little piece over there by the 44 car, I think it is, of Aiden Shepard. And pretty much everybody else stacking into it. So pretty big crash already over here on lap number 1. And it started off indeed with Richard Johnson just making contact with that tire bundle on the inside, surrounding the pit entry light. And there you can see Julius Anderson and the 10 car spinning into the guardrail pretty hard, especially Julius Anderson hit that. Julius Anderson hit that guardrail pretty hard. So that will probably already take out, well, at least 3 cars of competition. So the early retirement. TJ Henley in the number 08 car is sure. Are we going to sing onward? No, we'll keep it onward for later. So TJ Henley is your leader. We're going to be right back with the restart. The lights are out on the pace car, and we got the 08 car of TJ Henley in the lead. Second place is Tord Larsen in 12th. Then we got the number 9 of Chris Dodd in 3rd. 4th we got the 5 Alexander Rowe. Then we got Max Anderson in 5th. 6th we got the 09 car over here of Shane. Then in 7th we got the 4 of Nathan Ormond. 8th is Prunus Littlejohn. 9th is James Shelley, and in 10th we got the 2 of Valentina Fernandez. So that's your top 10. One driver is a lap down, it's 75 car Summit Askan, and there are 3 drivers out the race, the 10, the 47 and the 99, like we already discussed a few moments ago and as expected. So TJ Hanley is still your leader, but he's coming under attack from a number, well, first of the 75 car, don't mind the damage by the way on these cars, it's a glitch. And the 9 car of I keep on saying Chris Gomez, the 9 car of Chris Dodd is going to go to the inside, while TJ Hanley is still battling the 75 car who's trying to get his lap back. This might be opportunity for Chris Dodd to make a move for the lead. Neither of those drivers have won before this series, and actually I think both of them are pretty much rookies in the series, since the last time we did another championship was already 3 years ago. But still TJ Hanley up front with the 9 car right behind. Max Anderson is showing some pretty good speed over there in the 29 car though, as the 4 car of Nathan Ormond is also working his way to the front. Here comes 29 car to the inside of Chris Dodd. That might be a move for second place. Well, cannot make it happen though. And here comes the 4 of Nathan Ormond to the inside. Man, that's glitching damage is very annoying. Nathan Ormond makes it to 3rd place, while the 08 car of TJ Hanley again makes it to the inside of the 75 car. By the way, the damage on the 75 car, that is not a glitch. That is some pretty big damage on the 75, but at least he's still in the race. But he's back down a lap again, maybe 2 laps, I don't even know. I think 1 lap down, so Chris Das still having to battle the 4 of Nathan Ormond, and Nathan Ormond goes to the inside of the 9, turn number 2. And still we got some glitching damage over there. Now we got over the 22 car suddenly showing in 4th position. That's Logan Claudel, and he gets a little bit of a push from the 29 car. Torb Larson finding his way back to the front again, and again some drivers going inside that line, and again it's the 57 car of James Shelley who gets put there. This time though by Valentina Fernandez in number 2. And Chris Dodd has been passed now for 2nd by Nathan Ormond, and Logan Claudel is joining as well. Still TJ Hanley though in the lead with a left car between him and 2nd, so that's pretty good for him. But Nathan Ormond and Logan Claudel showing quite a lot of speed. Oh, a little bit of contact maybe between the 9 and the 22 cars. The 12 car of Torb Larson made it to the inside of Chris Dodd. And here comes the 75 car again. If Samet Askan makes another move on TJ Hanley, that might be good news for the 4 of Nathan Ormond. But the question is, oh, there goes Nathan Ormond off track. Nathan Ormond spins out all on his own, and the yellow is out once again, and that's the 4 car out of the competition. Well, that was very unexpected. I don't know what happened over there, but Nathan Ormond running in 2nd position, well, trying to get to the leader, and everything just went wrong for him, and he's on pit lane. Oh, we got some cars stopped on track as well. I'm not sure why. Well, they are going again, so no problem. Pace car is still fighting his way past everybody. And that has this big group of leaders stacked up. So anyway, the 08 car of TJ Hanley is still your leader. But the question is, of course, can he hold off the rest of the field? But first, let's take a look at the replays over here of course number 2. So Nathan Ormond in the number 4 car has unfortunately officially retired from the race. Now let's take a look at what actually caused this crash. It was Logan Claudel who went to the inside, but I don't think they made contact or anything. It's just that the 4 car lost it on entry and he spun out. And of course it may be that the 22 car influenced the crash, as he went to the inside and maybe it scared the 4 car, but Nathan Ormond unfortunately all did it by his own, and he spun around and is out of the race. So that's a tough break for the 4 car, who has been fighting his way through the top 10. So we got another replay over here. And indeed, no contact between him and the 22 car, and he just lost it on entry. Had to, well, made a correction, and that eventually caused him to lose control of his car and spin around into the guardrail. So unfortunately, race over for Nathan Ormond. And this is a big shame because he was doing a great job. He's 15th in points, so yeah, still in competition, but I'm not sure how he's probably going to fall pretty far back after this one. So unfortunate for him. TJ Henley though is still your leader. We're gonna go to the restart of this race. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with the 08 car of TJ Henley in the lead, with second place the 22 car of Logan Claudel. Then in third we got Tord Larsen again, finding his way back to the front. And in fourth we got Max Anderson. Fifth we got Chris Dodd, who fell back a little bit. Sixth is the 57 car of James Shelley. Seventh we got Valentina Fernandez. In eighth position now we got the 5 car of Alexander Rowe. The 09 of Priya McShane is in ninth. And in 10th we got the 33 car of Bruce Littlejohn with teammate John Ciardino just 2 positions behind. So, oh, everybody is slowing down again. Pace car is in, and the green flag is out. Well, that was a pretty big restart from going pretty much from like 22 first, and going from second to third is Logan Claudel in the 22 car. Attack on the 08 car of TJ Henley goes to the inside, and the yellow is out once again. Now this will be a fight back to the line. Oh, and the pace car pretty much ruined the party for the 22 car. The pace car ruined the party for Logan Claudel, because Logan Claudel was in the lead and they had to slam on the brakes because the pace car already came out very early, and that handed the lead back to the 08 car again. Now someone else can also give him a little bit of a push to the 08 car. I'm not sure why, but incident happens over here, I think with Scott Roush in the number 7 car indeed. So we're gonna take a look at the replay over here. Caution number 3 it is. So another incident in turns number 3 and 4, and this time it was Scott Roush in the number 7 car who gets turned around by the 51 on the course. A little bit of contact made between the two, and that will send the 7 car around into the guardrail on the outside, and that's also out of the race. Now he doesn't even hit the guardrail, but oh, he just backs up into the guardrail. So he was fine, but then, well, very weird what happened over here. Again, it's a very odd race so far. And okay, it was even at the restart, so they weren't even back at the line to pretty much officially restart the race. And I think the 7 car just gets stuck in the fence. Now, watch this. Pace car comes on track again. At this moment, it was the 22 car of Logan Claudel who would have gotten the lead, but he had to slam on the brakes because of the pace car. So that is very strange. I have never seen that happen before. So, and everybody just stacks into this because, yeah, that's strange. And it's very probably going to be, I think Logan Claudel is going to be pretty pissed off with this because he would have gotten the lead. Oh. They all keep on stacking into each other back over here. That's also probably what, no, I don't know. So very strange, really strange what's happening over here. TJ Henley though is still your leader apparently, and we're going to bring you back to the restart of this race. We are back alive again with TJ Henley in the lead, Logan Claudel in second, Tord Larsen third, Max Anderson fourth, fifth Chris Dodd, sixth we got James Shelley in the 57 car, seventh we got Valentina Fernandez, eighth we got Alexander Rowe, ninth we got Priya McShane, and in 10th we got Bruce Littlejohn. So nothing really has changed up front. Scott Roush is still going, and that's a big surprise, but he's 2 laps down. So the 49 car has also retired. Now that's strange, I haven't really seen what happened there. So, I don't know. That's strange, that must have happened somewhere late because I've not seen anything happen over there. So, anyway, TJ Henley is still your leader. And we got a 3-wide battle for second place though, with 1 lap car in between. So, Logan Collaudal is not in a good position because he's being blocked in by 2 lapped cars. If he cannot get that outside lane to run, he's going to fall backwards quite rapidly. And he will be absolutely fuming after this. And after not having to slam on the brakes due to the pace car. Still very weird and quite unacceptable what happened over there. But Max Anderson now is taken over second place. Can he now finally get by the 08 car of TJ Henley? See the 9 car of Chris Dutt finding his way to the front again, just like the 12 car of Tord Larsen, Valentina Fernandez, and Logan Collaudal is still there, but he's already back to the 6th position. Here we go, battle for the lead. TJ Henley versus Max Anderson. But no official move made yet. Max Anderson trying to get a run on the inside. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help him too much. Still great. Now he tries the outside. Well, I wouldn't recommend that, but running very, very fast though. That 29 car is, and he's been good all day long, pretty much all season long. Well, you've seen him up front multiple times this season. 12 car of Tord Larsen has finally made it around to Chris Dutt and is now back in 3rd position, and Logan Collaudal is coming to the front again. 22 car of Logan Collaudal in 4th now, and trying to get a better run to the front. But here comes the 29 car of Max Anderson to the inside of TJ Henley. No, not yet. Logan Collaudal to 3rd almost. Here comes Max Anderson again. And this time he has a good run on the inside. Max Anderson takes over the lead from TJ Henley. And Logan Collaudal has made his way to 3rd now, so he might still have a chance to win this race. The race is of course not over. Still 2/3 of the race in the books, so we got 20 laps to go now. And we got, officially now the 49 car of Max Collaudal out as well. No clue what happened to him. The 75 car of Samet Özkan has been disqualified, and I have a feeling it may have something to do with the restart. So I'm not sure, but very strange. But Max Anderson at least is your leader now in front of TJ Henley. Logan Collaudal trying to get the run and close the gap to the 09 car as TJ Henley makes to the inside of Max Anderson again. This might be helpful for Logan Collaudal if he can close the gap now. 12 car of Tord Larsen is in 4th, and in 5th position is Alexander Rowe. 2 leaders side by side again. TJ Henley on the inside. And this is the opportunity that Logan Collaudal had been waiting for. Real tough battle between the 2 leaders. And eventually it is the 08 car who's on the preferred line, but he cannot clear the 29 car yet. Maybe now he can. Yes, he needs. TJ Henley back up front again, and this might be a great day for him. He has never won in Dascar before. He's never been in any other Dascar race before. He's the only one to have made... Well, spoke too soon. Here comes 29 car on the inside again. But he's the only one who made a custom car himself for any of the summer series. So, it's paying off for him. But not yet. We shouldn't celebrate too soon, because here comes the 29 car of Max Anderson on the inside again. Max Anderson in 29 car, teammate Alexander Rowe also still in the top 5. So 2 once again have a good run. However, now it's the 48 car who's working his way to the front. DJ Kirkert is. Keep an eye out on him, the Canadian. Working his way now is right behind the 06 car of Joshua Michaels. But Logan Collaudal has finally closed the gap to TJ Henley. Now of course the matter is that he still has to go by. But if he can follow the 08 car, maybe he can also pass the 29 car. And then get the 08. We'll see what will happen between the 2 leaders. Oh, and we got the look at this. Redemption. As suddenly Max Anderson had to slow down, and this is going to cause a big crash. Big mayhem over here as Max Anderson's car just stops in the middle of the road. And I'm surprised that it didn't end up worse than it is. And look at this. Oh no! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was just about to say the driver. Oh no. Wow. The driver, I was seriously just about to say the driver that pretty much lost the lead due to the pace car coming out, having to slam on the brakes a few moments ago. And then finally he gets redemption with the 29 car that stopped on track and holding up the 08 car, and guess what, he crashes straight into the 29. Absolute heartbreaker for Logan Cordell, and he will be very, very annoyed by this. Well, we're going to take a look at some replays over here. TJ Henley in 08 car is your leader, and caution, what is it? Caution number 3, I think it is. Let's take a look at those replays. Okay, well, it started off in lap number 49 over here. Max Anderson in the 29 car, your leader, suddenly gets some kind of issue, has to slow down, and wreck avoidance by the 08 car of TJ Henley, who gets held up by the 29 car, and that allows Logan Cordell, who picked the inside, to fly by and pass both of them for the lead. Now the 29 car was pretty slow in the middle of the racetrack and holding up everybody. I'm surprised that nobody slammed really hard into the back of him. I mean, it did cause a crash, and we'll see that in a few moments, but there you see a car spinning around. But eventually, it didn't really end that bad for the 29 car of Max Anderson. But then here comes Logan Cordell, and while the 29 car stopped on track, Logan Cordell, the leader who just got by the 29 car, turn number 1 loses control and slams straight. Oh, weird. Man, he was just too early over there. Otherwise the 29 car would have disappeared. He was just about to disappear, and there the 22 car, unfortunately still too late, ran straight into the back of the 29 that was stationary. Look at this. Oh wow, such a heartbreak for Logan Cordell, who was doing a great job, and he was already pretty mad, but he will be fuming after this one. Wow, that's such a disappointment for him. I mean, he really had a good race going on, and I think that he would have been a pretty good competitor for the victory, but well, it didn't really work out too well for him, unfortunately. Now, there was also some mayhem over here. The 55 car of Benoit Ravine eventually got turned around or something. It was the 71 car over there, Philip Goldberg, who got into the back of him. He spun around and almost into the fence over there, but still, luckily, there's plenty of room to get your car recovered, and he continued racing. And it was at this moment that the 22 car went straight into the back of the 29. I mean, that's so heartbreaking for Logan Cordell. We're going to take an onboard look with this lap, which pretty much went from very good to very bad within one lap. So let's go onboard over here. 29 car slows down, the 08 car nowhere to go, and that is Logan Cordell picking up the lead. On turn number 1, they still the caution is not out because, well, 29 car was still going, and at this moment I think the caution comes out. Yes, indeed, caution is out. There's 29 car. Oh boy. Ooh, that would have been a very bad wreck if the 29 car stayed on track for a little bit longer, but man, it's great game over for Logan Cordell, and I really hate it for him, but well, one person who doesn't really mind it too much is TJ Henley, because he's your leader, and we're going to bring you back to the restart. Okay, also something I want to show quickly is why Max Cordell in the 49 car retired. So it was a pretty big stack up over here, and eventually the 37 car of Ray Tackett is going to be rear-ended by Max Cordell, and that incident has taken him out of competition. Now pretty much everybody stacked into it, so there are quite a lot of cars which have damage there, but well, worse damage by far for Max Claudel, and now I'm going to see if we can also find what's up with Samet Askan in 75. Well, I couldn't really find anything which caused the 75 car to be disqualified, so I don't know, very weird, strange things happening over here at Cedarburg. So anyway, TJ Henley in the 08 car is your lead, pretty much after everybody who has been competition to him retired. Tord Larsen is back in second though, and look at this third place, 33 car of Prunes Liljon. That's impressive. Priya McShane in fourth, fifth position is Nacho Schmeichel's, fifth position is John Cidino. Nice, points leader. Sixth position is the 48th car of DJ Kirker. Valentina Fernandez in 7th. 8th we got Chris Dodd. 9th is Zachary Fitzwater. And 10th we got the... missed someone. 10th we got the 57 car of James Shelley. So the green flag is out once again, and Prunes Liljon already aggressive from the 12th car. Remember 2 races ago at Gorilla Snot it was Prunes Liljon who won the race, with teammate John Ciudino finishing in second. We got some mayhem in the back as well. I'm not sure if that brings out the caution though. It seems like everybody's still green. But here comes Prunes Liljon trying to go for the second victory of the season for her. And that will be really impressive if she can pull that off. Tord Larsen trying to join as well, and Priya McShane in the 09 car trying to make something happen. But it is Prunes Liljon who takes over the lead in the 33 car, and TJ Henley sees his lead go away with just 2 laps to go, because we got the white flag coming out over here. 1 more lap to go for Prunes Liljon. Oh, here comes TJ Henley still. TJ Henley, can he make something happen? I don't know, but man, it's gonna be a good weekend and a big surprise winner we got over here. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Oh, very close. But Prunes Liljon won this race, and that's impressive. I mean, Prunes Liljon has been in the top 10 for a pretty long time, but slowly but surely working away to the front, taking advantage of Logan Claudel and Max Anderson retiring. And TJ Henley will probably feel like this is a race victory that has gone away from him. Look at this. Prunes Liljon officially a winner, with TJ Henley in front, or in second. Wow. That's a heartbreak for TJ Henley as well, who was pretty much strongest car all day long, together with Logan Claudel and Max Anderson. But they both retired. So, what was the problem with the 29 car, by the way? I don't know. Oh, he was still going. Oh, okay. Weird. Strange. I don't know. Anyway, so TJ Henley finishing second, third position for Priya McShane, and that's also pretty good for her. And well, she needed a pretty good run. So Tord Larsen, 12th car, in fourth. And he's actually been having some pretty bad races so far, so he also needed a good result. So good for him. Points leader John Ciudino in fifth, and that is like, what is it, the second top time in this season that both drivers of John Ciudino finished in the top 5. And it's the third time in 4 races that John Ciudino finishes in the top 5. That's pretty incredible. John Ciudino, points leader, and probably will remain points leader as well. DJ Kirker, great race for him in 6th position. And that's also something he really needed, concerning being 30th in points. So the 2 car of Valentina Fernandez finishing in 7th position. And she's 18th in points, so well, maybe she can climb the ladder now. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. finishing in 8th position. Great race by him, pretty much near the end of the race. Suddenly was shown in the top 10. 21st in points, well, good for him. Chris Dodd in the number 9 car also needed a good finish, being 24th in points, and he got top 10. Just like Alexander Rowan, he really needed a good finish because he is 38th. Wow, I'm actually surprised by this. It seems like Alexander Rowe and Max Anderson are 38th and 39th in points. That's last, seriously last and want to last. And well, unfortunately for the 29 car, Max Anderson had a victory going, almost had a victory, but then his car stopped. Yeah, he really could have used that victory. At least Alexander Rowe finishes in top 10, so that's good news. So that was it for this race. Let's take a look at the point standings. So, wondering what you thought of this race. It was a very, very strange race, and I'm not sure if we're going to return to this track, to be honest. But anyway, John C. Dino discussed points leader. Well, good finish for him. He probably will remain in points lead. Daniel Bouchard in the 42 car finishing 24th. Not too great, but oh well, could be worse. 7th Scott Roush, yeah, was 13 points and got turned around, finishing in 33rd, 2 laps down. Not gonna be happy with that. Julius Anderson, number 99, was 4th in points, finishing dead last. That's no good. By the way, Wildcard driver Dexter Black finishing in 26th position. Started in the back, so not too great, but well, I gotta say for a first start, it's not too bad. So maybe we'll see him back again sometime later as well. Maybe in the Martin Endurance Series as well. So wildcard for, well, there will be then wildcard for some time later. The next race is already full. So Sebastian Torres in number 10 car, also 38th position, man. A lot of drivers in the top 5 in points had problems, except for John C. Dino. Oh, Prudence Littlejohn was 6 in points. Well, guess what? She won the race. So I think that Prudence Littlejohn and John C. Dino are, well, sort of like on their way to a very good season. Seth Cole in the 00 car, finishing, well, pretty much invisible all day long, and he eventually finishes in 29th position, also not very good for 7 points. Joshua Hyatt finishing in 21st, not too great, but not too bad either for the guy who's 8th in points. Henrietta Fitzwon in 21 car, winner from last race, finishing 25th, and that's not really going to help her. And Ray Tacken in the 37 car, eventually finishing 16th. That's pretty decent for her. So 10th in points. And of course they were all tied also with Max Claudel, but he's going to drop like a rock, finishing in 36th. So, well, that was a very interesting race with once again a pretty great finish. Prudence Littlejohn taking the victory away from TJ Henley with just 2 more laps to go, and that's very heartbreaking for the 808 car, but I'm pretty sure he will get there at some time. So, first driver to win 2 races this season, and that was it for this race. So I'll see you back again somewhere in 2 weeks for the Martin Endurance Series. We'll probably get those races up first before that. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then sometime later with the Dascar Valvoline Endurance Series Season number 3 for 2017 on Zero Sports.